direction. Just look around and find at least something good. All you need will come to you. I'll never end your stay.
Welcome back to Two Canadians at Kafe Lise, a Vigor podcast, episode 21. I am your host, Dr. Anton, and with me is the other host,
DJ Spencer.
All right. And today we're going to be talking about the Vigor anniversary. 2-year anniversary is since it became free to play. I'm not sure how long it was out before free to play. Do you know it was like a month, 2 months?
Oh, it was longer than that. It was almost like, it was almost a year. They actually talked about it in the dev stream.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, where it was available. You had to buy the Founders Pack to be able to play it.
Yeah.
It was more than just a couple months there.
Oh, okay. I probably missed that because they're mostly in the dev stream talking about the different seasons, I think, since it went free to play, and they were basically celebrating the second anniversary of free to play, I believe, is essentially what they're doing.
Yeah, they did a little coverage of like the beforehand too,
right?
Because they showed the initial like the very first like preview screen, like you know how we have season screens,
right?
So they actually showed the very first one, when the Founders Pack came in and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, they did. That's right, they did show that. I remember seeing that now. So yeah, that's kind of cool. So yeah, so they showed that. So basically, yeah, the first thing is there was a dev stream. They sort of started the celebration of the anniversary a little bit early, like before season 9 hit. It was sort of like the same week as season 9. They released this bingo challenges for everyone to work on. Our partners got their own set of challenges to work on, and we're going to touch on all this a little bit as we go. So they sort of started it just before season 9. Season 9 hit on the Wednesday, and their dev stream happened on the Thursday. And so that was sort of like the whole start of the anniversary celebration, I guess. And it was more, and celebration might be overplaying it a bit. Like they released some stuff for the anniversary. They talked about the anniversary and everything that led up to it. And then pretty much since then, that's been about it. Like they announced it, you could get some stuff out of it, and then it's just people working on their challenges or whatnot. But like they haven't really mentioned anything since. It's sort of that was it. That was the anniversary. Here you go. Have fun, enjoy. Yeah.
Well, they did release too a blooper video of like some of the stuff they've went through the QA, right? So that was actually kind of cool.
I don't think I've seen that. Then I'll have to watch that.
Oh yeah, it was on Twitter, I think, that they actually put that out. So they released a blooper of like various like funny things they've encountered during QAing. One of them that I thought was kind of funny was I think someone was using a Suomi or something like that, and they were just shooting the ground, and the ground, it almost looked like blood was splattering out of the ground type thing, right?
That's not disturbing.
Yeah, it's not disturbing whatsoever, right? And another thing which they had in there, which was a little bit of a surprise, but it actually had content from the new map, which I don't know, we can talk about that later.
Okay.
They actually had footage from there, and it was kind of funny because the Outlander, so you know how they fixed some of the guns on the back, how they were positioned right when they were holstered?
Yeah. Well,
in this case here, the Outlander is holding, it might have been a Para or an A1, and it was basically like it almost looked like they're holding the actual barrel of the gun, and the gun was more towards the back or something like that.
Oh, really?
So it was kind of funny. Yeah, it was very like strange, but yeah, it was kind of cool because they actually obviously it's like in a like debug developer mode, and they actually did like a 360 pan around type thing of it.
I have to check that out.
So yeah, you actually got to see more of, you actually got to see the map itself.
Yeah.
Right? because during the dev stream they only had like the cinematic trailer, which like the cinematics that they come out with, like it always gets me hyped, right? When it comes
Yep.
to like either the season trailers or like the new map, it's like loved it. So, anyways, I'm just
Oh
rambling now.
no, but that's good. That's good to know because I totally missed that. Like I follow them on Twitter, but I don't always catch all their tweets because I don't live on Twitter. So like
I got my notifications on, so that's why. So anytime
I
they
have to check and see if I do.
tweet,
Yeah,
um,
I
yeah. So
should.
it came
Yeah.
out on the 23rd.
Okay.
That the blooper.
Cool. So I'll
So,
definitely go check that out, and you should check that out too, if you haven't yet,
yes,
because that sounds really interesting. Because
we
they
can
did
put a
talk
link
about,
in the description.
yeah, yeah, we will for sure. We'll put a link in the description, and anything that we talk about, we'll, if I can, I'll flash it up on the screen to show you, or we'll put a link for it as well, just so you can, either way. Because there's a few links that we can share to do with this. Even though we're talking about this stuff, like today is the 28th of August, and all this happened last week. So about a week and a half ago for us now, as we're talking about it. So um, if you haven't seen this stuff already, then yeah, it might be well it'll still be good for you because maybe you'll want to just go through these challenges anyways, right, and try to do them yourself regardless of when it is. um, they had this whole thing, and we'll talk about it as we go through, but there was like potential prizes and all that. So but the first thing we'll talk about is the dev stream. It wasn't like an overly informative dev stream because it was like more of a reflection dev stream. It was Parrot, and she was joined by three developers, and then halfway through they swapped out, and a couple developers went away, and a couple developers came in. Not necessarily developers. Some of them were like different people, like QA people sometimes,
Yeah.
or there's a little bit of
There,
everything.
yeah, there was the data guy.
Yeah, there's a
So
guy who
he,
does their data analysis.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
he was kind
so
of interesting too.
I got a screenshot of the numbers they actually put up
Mm,
during the dev stream.
yeah.
So I'll just bring some of them up because some of them are very funny. Like these are like off the wall, kind of like I
Yeah.
never thought I would even want to know this kind of stuff. But like anniversary statistics, number of knife kills, eight 816,444 knife kills.
Yeah,
Fastest,
that's funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
but don't forget that's over 2 years.
That's
But
over
like
two
that's still
years. I've been playing for a little over a year, and I've played, I don't know, 3,000 encounters or something like that. So when you consider there's people who've been playing even longer and whatever,
yeah,
you got to consider how many encounters have been played. It's a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, and especially like there's some people who like they want that hardcore challenge of actually getting knife kills, right?
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, it still like boggles my mind that there's been that many knife kills. But
Yeah.
uh, the next one was fastest clear out of lobby
Yeah.
in ADM. I don't know what the ADM stands for. Um, I'm guessing I don't know, but it says 33 seconds.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's weird.
like I'm guessing
Was
that's
the
like just
lobby
a
like one
regular
other
code.
person? Like
Well, the only thing I could think of is
a duels
basically like,
match? Maybe a
oh,
EDM, a
maybe,
duels match, maybe?
maybe,
Maybe.
but
I
like
don't know.
I could think of like maybe a small map. Everyone met up basically right away, and then like everyone died. Or at one point, I didn't play Vigor back when this was a thing, but apparently there was a lot of trading off where like there'd be a fight, and then everyone would shoot a shot, and both Outlanders would actually die. So
Oh,
maybe that happened. I don't know.
maybe. Yeah,
Um,
some context in some of those would be nice because like that,
yeah,
like 33 seconds, maybe they don't, and they
that's
may not
right.
know either, right? Because they're just looking at the
Yeah,
hard data, and they'll say, what was the quickest, 33 seconds, but they don't know what match that was. It's not like they can go back and watch that match. So,
yeah,
or they may
uh,
not even know when that match happened. Who knows, depending on how their data's laid out.
yeah, yeah. Fastest 20 kills in shootout mode, 58 seconds.
Wow.
That is crazy.
That is
Like,
crazy. Like 20 kills
because
in
it's 10
58
minutes, right?
seconds. Yeah,
Yeah.
normal. Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Um, most knife kills in one match, 7.
Wow.
That is great because think about it. You're a threat. You're
Yeah.
marked on the map. So how do you get that close to like 3 more people? Or unless
Was there always threat? Like was when
yes.
there was?
So
Okay.
at one point, I don't remember who was telling me this. At one point, threat was actually 3 kills, I believe.
Right.
So it was even lower.
I do remember
Um,
that. Yeah. Hearing about it,
I don't.
not seeing it.
Yeah, I don't remember it exactly. I don't know when that happened. That was
Yeah.
before my. But yeah, so if that's included, like that still boggles my mind. Like I said, you're marked on the map, so
So you got 4 kills before people figured out what was going on, and 3 after, maybe.
yeah, with a knife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, most kills in one shootout match. So I'm assuming this is a collective, 176. Now this probably goes back to when the lobby was like 12-man lobbies.
Yeah.
I would.
And that means like you got a bunch of people who are at close to 19 kills, or in that high teens
Yeah.
before somebody, and there might. I wonder if there was like a time limit on that one at the time. If they,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think there always was a 10
always a
minute
time limit.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last stat was most team kills in one elimination match, 24.
Which leads us to why team
Yeah.
eliminations no longer has team kills.
That might have been like on both teams, but still,
I
like,
imagine probably because
but yeah, 24 team kills in one elimination match.
there's like someone has to win 5 rounds, right? So
Yeah.
even if one guy killed his whole team and say he had a team of 5, that's
Yeah.
4 per thing. The most you could get is 20 in
Yeah.
5 rounds.
Yep.
So that has to be between both sides. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
and that was it.
Yeah. So it's interesting just for fun stats, not like significant
Yeah.
ones that'll actually make a difference in
Yeah.
anything. But yeah, for a little thing, it was kind of cool. Yeah, and so it was a fun. It was an interesting little thing. They had a little party getting set up in the back. It was filmed. If you go back and watch the dev stream, it shows them, and there's the 3 of them. 4 of them are sitting on stools, and then you can see a little party going behind them with some of their company vehicles for other games behind them. I think there was one was Arma. I think it was Arma,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
later it moved, and then you saw a DayZ car. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no Vigor
That,
car.
that,
Where's the Vigor car?
maybe it's coming.
Maybe. Yeah, but Vigor is probably the smallest game they have, I guess, out of the ones they have. I don't know. Probably the smallest dev team, so I'm not sure. Anyways, but yeah, so yeah, they brought in a few different people. Alex was
Yeah.
in both groups. They would ask them things like what your favorite maps were, what were some of your most interesting bugs. And so I never, there's that video that they showed some bugs, but some people
Yeah.
talked about some interesting ones. I think it was like one where I think somebody was it somebody who got killed and their arms went and legs went like really crazy or something, like super elongated or something, or they fell and then they were like rolling and rolling and rolling or something really strange. And
Yeah.
so that's kind of fun. um but yeah, most of it was just that kind of thing, just talking about the game,
Yeah.
showing each season. That would show the I think they were showing the trailer from each season if they had a trailer, maybe.
Just the splash screen.
Was it just a splash screen? Okay, so
Yeah.
they showed the splash screens, and then talked about each season a little bit,
Yeah.
about the different things that would happen that season. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can remember anything significant out of all that.
Not
Yeah,
really. They like they talked like honestly the big thing aside from like the walk down memory lane is the map reveal, right?
yeah.
Um,
And we might as well just go right into that, anyways. So
yeah.
they showed it a couple times. Well, no, they showed it once, and she talked
Yeah.
about showing it a second time. Did they show it a second time?
Yeah.
Okay, it
I
was near
believe
the
so.
end. I think it was near the end.
Yeah.
But they showed like a little trailer showing a teaser of the new map and
Yep.
the new collectible, and it was good. It looks really good. It showed a really big dam,
Yep.
one of those like big, huge cement ones, and you're sort of taken down from the bottom and you go all the way up the side of it, and at the same time you hear this voice sort of talking in this really kind of scratchy um,
Yep.
voiceover. Just it's hard to hear clearly what they're saying. It's a little bit clearer as it gets to the top of the dam, but then it gets on the top and there's a car and a cassette deck and some cassettes, and you can tell you're listening to these cassettes, and that sort of
Yep.
hints at the next collectible. We're thinking that's what everyone's thinking. I don't know if it's been
Yep.
confirmed, but
Yeah, I don't know if it's been confirmed or not
yeah, they
either.
haven't confirmed anything other than showing us this little trailer. But it seems like the next map is going to be something to do with this dam. And then you said they showed it in this other preview. When
Yeah.
they showed it, was it on top of the dam or was it somewhere else? Like, what was it like?
Like, what do you mean?
Well, you said that
Like in the blooper reel?
in the blooper reel they showed a little
Yeah.
bit like where the person was. So he was
Yeah.
outside
Yeah. It was up top on top of the dam.
on top of the dam. Okay,
Yeah.
I was really curious if it was just going to be totally an outdoor map, or I'm curious if how much you can go into the dam, if you can go in the
Oh,
dam at
okay.
all. So
So it looks like it's going to be like a map where it's just elevated, like elevation,
right,
and it looks like you're going to be able to go like down below
okay,
because it kind of looks like there was at one angle you could kind of see like almost like a road down
okay,
below at the bottom of the dam,
yeah,
with like kind of some intersections and stuff. So it kind of looks like that. So it might be like a bigger map type thing with just different elevations
right.
around.
Like at the
So
top area where the dam is, and the bottom area at the bottom of the
yeah,
dam, or something. Oh,
yeah,
okay, sounds interesting. So there may not be a lot of well, there might be some indoor stuff. Who knows? We'll see, I guess,
yeah,
because you have to get from the top to the bottom somehow. So
yeah.
I don't know if that's just gonna be like outside stairs or if it's gonna be inside or what. Yeah,
You could always like mountain goat it right up the
up the side of
mountainsides,
the
kind of
hill.
like
Yeah,
yeah, kind of like when you do on FJ or any map with some rocks, right? So
yep.
uh, maybe like that. I don't know.
Hmm.
I,
Just
I'm
worth.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to
And
see it too. Yeah,
like everyone's always asking for new maps there, and like um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see because honestly, like I've seen a lot of people kind of ask for like almost like a urban map
yeah.
or a suburban map where it's like there's a bunch of buildings and stuff like that, and it's like this one here, it's like it's different. It's not like a lot of the stuff that comes in Vigor is part of like what the community wants or suggests and stuff like that. I didn't see any suggestion about a dam or anything like that, so
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
cool.
No,
So
that's cool. I can't. Yeah, we're all really looking forward to it, and
yeah,
depending on if it's ready for season 10, we could be seeing that as early as a couple months from now, because there's like
yeah,
60 days at this point, or approximately, left in the battle
yeah.
pass, and if they don't
Yeah.
extend it like they did last time,
I
um,
I wanted to say a couple of dev streams ago, I think they actually mentioned a new map for season 10,
yeah,
or they're working for a map or on a map for season 10.
yeah, I believe that's what they had
So
mentioned that they were planning on. So,
yeah,
but you always know how these things go. They're developing something. What
yeah,
you might be planning doesn't always happen
yeah.
because of
You
different
might find like a
QA.
game, yeah, you might find a game breaking bug or something
Yeah,
that's like a showstopper, and you can't just push that out, right? So
exactly. Yeah,
fingers crossed, season 10.
yeah. New map. This new dam map and new
Yep.
dam map. New
Oh,
dam map.
so the whole cinematic thing, the thing that goes through my head right off the bat is so we all know the Vigor team, they're all into like movies and like kind of Easter eggs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, oh my God, like first movie that pops into my head is Vegas Vacation. And you might know what I'm going to get to is they go visit the Hoover Dam
Yeah.
and they go do the visit for the Hoover Dam, and cousin Eddie shows up with a fishing rod and a cooler, and all he says is, "Does anyone know where I could find some damn bait?"
Some
Right?
damn
So
bait.
I'm thinking, play the trailer, and then at the end, boom, soundbite right there.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. No, that one didn't pop into. I have seen Vegas Vacation,
Yeah.
but it's not one I've seen a ton. I've seen it a
Oh,
couple
okay.
times maybe.
Yeah.
No, what first pops into my mind when I see a dam like that is like James
Oh,
Bond GoldenEye, right? Because I think it's the beginning of GoldenEye where he's at the top of a dam like that, and then he has to go down. I think it's GoldenEye where he has to go down the side of the dam.
I don't remember that one. I haven't seen that one in ages.
Yeah, I
But
just well,
that made
I
me
just
think
seen it
though.
recently though too because I've been watching them
Oh,
slowly one after
okay.
another, right?
I was thinking about that though. What about the fugitive, right? He's in the tunnel and literally jumps out of the
Oh,
damn
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
right?
that's true. That's
Oh my
another good
god.
one. There's
Oh
so
my
many
god, we're
great.
gonna have to try jumping off that dam too though.
Oh, you know,
Like,
people are definitely.
yeah. Can you like slide down the side
I
or
was
like
thinking that too. Can you go down the side and slide? Like, have they? Because you know, right now you inadvertently slide off of rocks, but
yeah,
it would be cool if you could go down the side of the dam and slide down. But
yeah.
oh, you'd die. But it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And the collectibles are kind of cool because this whole
Yes.
voice that you're hearing, it's sort of like a, it's hard. Christopher Beast has a video we'll link to as well. I think
Yeah.
that has a transcription of what's being said on this tape, and it's like it's almost like a little story about you took her from me or something like that, and something's happening. Um, so it'd be cool if these tapes have like a continuous story or either that or if they tell tidbits from individual survivors' stories or people's stories.
Well,
Either way, it'd be kind of cool.
yeah. Well, I'm excited because this is this the beginning of like Vigor lore now?
An
Like
actual Vigor
official Vigor
lore.
lore,
Yeah.
right? You know, Christopher Beast and like the team at VSL have done like a lot of like research like on maps to like kind of figure stuff out and put things
And
together. But
speculating,
this,
like a lot of it is
yeah,
speculation, but yeah.
but like this could potentially be actual
Yeah.
lore coming into the game because they said they're working on lore like a season and a half ago, I want to say, on some of the dev streams they were talking about it. So
Yeah.
it's this is exciting because season 10, let's say it comes
Yep.
out season 10, boom, we have lore. I like lore in video games. I love that.
Yeah, it's
It
nice to have a
just
backstory, right? Because
yeah,
like right now, it's you know basics of what happened.
yeah,
It was near in the '90s. There was a nuclear war near one of the last safe places. But more would be awesome, and and yeah, a lot of these kind of shooting games don't have a lot of lore to them. It's just,
no,
but not a lot of them also don't have a lot of. I'm thinking of things like COD and all that. They sort of take place in the real world, but so you're
yeah,
like your army guys or whatever, you're part of whatever unit, whatever, right?
yeah,
You got some little basic story stuff around there, but
yeah,
Vigor's so much different because there is like the start of something, right? Like there was a war. Okay, well, what led up to the war, right? There's so much that could be revealed, and then in season 10
yeah,
would be a great time to start revealing it because you're starting at, okay, we're in the tens now, and so let's get some lore out and start releasing lore going forward from this season.
yeah.
I hope so. Anyways, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, and like maybe not just like in-game lore. Like maybe they drop like just random cinematic trailers, or like maybe like a comic type
Yeah,
thing, or like just standalone things, not have things just as like something in a game type thing, like
yeah,
the collectibles. Well, like assuming the tapes are collectible that are adding to the lore, but you know what I mean, like
yeah,
additional stuff that you can kind of like um, you know dig into and stuff like that and read
yeah,
up
yeah.
because like
I guess it depends if it's going to be a collectible or if it's going to be something you unlock, which could be different.
yeah,
Like just say during a battle pass, you unlock a bit of the lore, and then you can listen to a new tape or something. I don't think that's how they're going. They
yeah,
were in the past. It's always been collectibles, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
when it's a collectible, you may not get it in the right order they want, if they care about the order.
Yep.
So, because if you're getting like the last piece of the story and you haven't heard the first piece of the story,
Mm-hmm.
that could be a little annoying from my
Unless you could only
perspective.
listen to it once you get all the tapes, type thing.
Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah, that could be. I guess we'll see. We'll see. Speculation.
Yeah, yeah. And another thing too. So um, during the dev stream, they had postcards that had riddles on them. Um,
Yes, yes.
Now, I wasn't able to catch any of them because I'm doing daddy daycare. So I haven't. I was trying to catch up to the stream just before. So yeah, so that was part of that, and maybe it ties in with the tapes. I don't know.
Yeah, I
But
don't
Christopher
remember.
did make a video on that as well.
He
So
did.
check it out.
Yeah, and a lot of the postcards they had a bunch of numbers on them, and they're related to dates. And I can't remember what the dates related to. If there were significant Vigor dates, I can't remember. But yeah. Yeah, but again, check out Christopher. Give him some support because he puts a lot of work into this stuff. So
Yep.
he really does a lot of the legwork. So it makes it easier for us to talk about some of it if we pay attention. Yeah. But yeah, that was the dev stream and the preview of the upcoming stuff. So that was pretty cool. Something to look forward to. And now I have some more homework to do because now I have to watch a bloopers video.
Yeah.
Then when was it when season 9 hit? Is that when they released the outfit, or was the outfit released just before? I thought it was right in there.
I think it was the same day the
Season hit maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, so season 9 hit on the Wednesday, and then they released a couple things in the shop. One was a free collectible, that was the bag, and then there was a outfit you could buy, and I think how much was the outfit? It was it around
390.
390? Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was in the 300s, but I couldn't remember exactly how much it was. So yeah, and that's a limited time thing, I'm assuming. I think it still advertises it. Like I have it, but when I log in, I think it still pops up saying that there's this outfits in the shop.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be too late to get it if you're interested in it. It's a nice outfit actually. Um,
Yeah.
it's kind of almost like it's a hoodie. It's like a red and blue out design with sort of kind of like sweatpants, I guess, and the hood's up, and then you have like a scarf or something going across the bottom of your face.
Yeah. A
Um,
Norway flag
Norway flag is
on the scarf.
yeah,
Scarf.
it has the Norway flag on the scarf. It's a really nice outfit actually. It has a few little patches on it.
Yeah.
Um, let's say Vigor, and then there was one that says I can't remember. I had actually looked really closely at them, but I can't remember what they say. Um,
I don't remember what the patches say because
yeah,
like on one arm it's like the Norway flag, I think, and then
yeah.
the other one it almost looks like a military type patches like with the army stripes.
Like almost like sergeant stripes or something like that,
Yeah,
or yeah,
something like that. On the back it has like the bigger knives for the V,
yeah,
right? And then on the front is a crest, but the crest I never looked at
yeah. There's a couple
what it actually
crests,
says.
yeah, and there is like something to do with your shelter. Um, well, I'm not sure if it's like home is where your shelter is or something like that, but there's like a phrase on one of the patches that has to do with your shelter. So
Okay.
yeah, it's really hard to get close enough to view it and in the right
Yeah.
light, to read it. But I have read them, and one of the patches says something about your shelter. But yeah, no, it's a nice outfit. So if
Yeah.
you collect outfits, I recommend getting it. But if you don't have the
Yeah.
crowns, that's fair. But you do get the bag for free. The bag, it's just sort of like a standard kind of bag with like a rolled up sleeping mat or maybe I don't think it's a sleeping bag, but I think it's like a sleeping mat on the back of it.
Yeah,
So,
and it says happy birthday on the mat with like
oh yeah,
there's like
yeah,
a cupcake and balloons on it, and the bag itself has like a bunch of patches as well on it
yeah,
too. So it has like the Norway flag again, and I think it has again like the knives forming the V,
probably,
and then there's a couple other ones, but I'm not quite sure what they are.
yeah. Yeah. So a couple things that they released for it, which was kind of cool. But yeah, those are a couple things you could pick up in the store,
Yeah.
and then come the challenges. So just before season 9 came out, they said they released a statement saying, "Hey, we have a contest for the new for the anniversary. Um, everyone can enter. Well, I think except for partners. Partners have their own little thing,
Yeah.
but anyone can enter, and essentially it's a bingo card. And the way the bingo card's laid out, it's a 25. There's 25 different items on it in a 5 by 5 grid, just like a standard one. And they say the first 5 people who get a row will get, I think it's
Uh,
like 2,500.
no, 10. It
Oh,
was
is it
first
10?
10 to get.
First
Yeah.
10 to get a row. Sorry, thank you. Can get, I think it's like 2,500 crowns. You probably know exactly. Do you have it open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was either aligned horizontally or vertically.
Not
Um,
diagonally, just horizontally or
no,
vertically. Oh,
which I thought it was interesting because like maybe bingo is different overseas, but here diagonal lines work.
yeah.
But in this case here, they specified just horizontal or vertical.
Okay.
Um, and it was the first 10 people. So the first 10 people got 2,530 crowns, and they got a premium pack of their choice.
Yeah. So, and it's like any of the packs that have come out too.
Yeah,
So even
yeah,
if you go back, if you knew of a pack that you didn't get that you wanted, you can get that pack. That's
yeah,
interesting. Yeah. And then the first, I think it's the first 5 people who get the full card.
yeah.
They get like, how much is it? You have it
6,000.
6,000 crowns. Okay.
Yeah.
And something sent to your address. So like a
Uh,
special,
the merch pack.
a
So
merch pack.
last year, they had an anniversary contest where they asked, you know, people to send in like any kind of like vigor type content.
Yeah.
Be creative. It could be like a video. It could have been like a piece of artwork, anything. And I don't remember how many it was, but let's say, I think maybe 10 people won, and they actually got sent merch packs. So you had like vigor t-shirts, you had stickers, you had the tomato timer, I think is part of it, which I love that thing. Like an
It's
actual
a,
tomato timer.
yeah,
Oh
and
my god.
it's called a Pomodoro timer or something like that. It's like a special type of timer. If you can look it up, and you can actually buy those tomato timers. It's an actual thing,
Yeah.
and they're like
Turn it and burn it.
25. They're 25-minute timers, and it's supposed to be some kind of special task thing. So like they're 25-minute chunks or something, and it's for doing tasks and stuff, which
Yeah.
kind of fits with Vigor. You're going into an encounter. They're not 25-minute long encounters. Maybe at
Yeah.
one time they were, but and that's you're setting your timer. I think it's supposed to be that even though for us it's not 25 minutes, maybe for your Outlander it is, right? Because he sets his timer, he
Yeah.
goes in, and then the radiation comes at the end when your
Oh
alarm
yeah.
goes off.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so maybe for your Outlander it's 25 minutes, where for us it isn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool that they send that kind of pack. Um, but the one of the key things about this is there was a whole diagonal row of things that could not be done until season 9 hit.
Yeah.
So, and they're of a different color. So everything's all the tasks are in gray, but this diagonal row's in brown. So even if you had the rest of it done, you'd have to wait for season 9 to
Yeah.
fully complete it. So we'll just mention each one here, and if there's anything really to say about it, we'll go across. But one of the first thing on the grid, and I'll show these grids up as we go. Play and encounter in Czech, and that was one of the things that came out in this season is the Czech language. So you
Yeah.
just had to change your game to Czech and play an encounter.
Yeah.
Easy.
So hold on. That one was not so easy for me. And
Really?
I'll tell you why. Okay.
Okay.
I changed the language, but I press X, which sets it to my default. So when I went to go to change it back, I
Yeah.
couldn't figure out how to go back to English or something like that. I don't. Oh no, sorry. No, that's not. Sorry. No, I had no. The issue was I I clicked X to reset all the defaults, so I couldn't. My crosshairs went to white, and I was playing
Oh,
with the snow map, and I tried to figure out where to change my crosshair color,
in check.
and I couldn't do it. So
Oh.
I'm not gonna say I died, but I died. I kind of did. And then so
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, well that's funny. That's okay.
yeah,
Because like changing it back to English, that's really simple. You just go to the language and
yeah,
go all the way the other direction.
yeah. No, that's what it was. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, something didn't go right for me when when I did that. I was just like, and oh, I don't know about you, Doc, but for me, I tried to do all the challenges that I didn't have done beforehand,
Hmm.
on stream.
Yeah,
So
same.
like, okay,
I try to do them all on stream.
yeah,
Um, Even well, yeah, because I think I took all my screenshots while I was streaming, regardless. So,
yeah,
because as we go through these, some of these are like so simple. Like if you've been playing this
yeah,
game for any amount of time, you'll have them done. Like the next
yeah,
one, own all 10 knives. Well, that's if you've ever collected any knives, and it's not like you're taking knives out with you. So unless you've broken
yeah,
down all your stuff, and some people do, that
yeah,
could be hard.
yeah,
Um, but just yeah, as long as you can go into either your armory and show them, or even just bring it up um, on your weapons list. You know where you select your
yeah,
weapons, because quite a few of them were grouped together, so you could take a couple screenshots of all the knives.
yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
What was next?
5 silver shooting range challenges. Easy enough.
Yeah.
Find the buried cache. Pretty well.
Well, you have
Now it's a
to.
little more challenging, but
Yeah. Now it is.
if you had a screenshot beforehand, you're good.
Yeah, and I think that one I got just before because you had to have a screenshot. So it's not like I collect screenshots of buried caches, but you were able to ping the buried caches before
Yeah.
season 9. But I was practicing for season 9 with the buried caches anyway, so I've been digging them up for a while. But I had
Yeah.
a good run there, I think, that week, and I found like three just by chance on the Monday and a couple on the Tuesday. So I was doing really well in finding buried caches. So I had that
Oh,
one pretty
nice.
quick. Yeah.
Nice. Next, take a picture in the murder cabin. So, in case anyone doesn't know, murder cabin, that's northwest on Grontheim Valley. There's
Yeah.
actually like a spawn right there and a couple other nearby.
Close to it.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's like there's a teddy bear that
Yeah.
was tortured, and there's like little like,
There's
uh,
blood
I
everywhere.
guess, yeah, there's blood everywhere. There's like knives and stuff on the ground and like
There's
torture
pictures
devices
and
and
stuff on the wall. It's pretty
yeah,
disturbing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
So you need to take a picture
So
in there.
so and that so I guess I don't know if we want to talk about. So the partner challenges had a similar
There was a
thing at the murder
similar,
cabin.
yeah,
They had to get a kill in the murder cabin. So obviously they set it up. They're using us all as bait. So the dev team told us to go there, and then they sent the partners after us.
yeah. It's
Um,
funny. Yeah, we have to get a picture there, and then the partners are waiting.
yeah,
Yeah, or trying
uh,
to lure you there if you watch some videos.
yeah,
Pardon
exactly.
me.
And then do you want to go for the next one?
Sure. Yeah. The
Okay.
next one is be first in shootout, and this is where things can get kind of tough. Like, there's a lot of really simple challenges here, but some of these, like get first in shootout, unless you're an Uber player, that could take a while. It took me a while. I just got that one. I've been working on this whole grid since it came out, and I'm one away. So I've done all but one, and DJ's got them all done.
Yeah.
First in shootout is one I just got today, and it just luck of the draw, right? It's who you get in there with, just how
Yeah.
good a day you're having, and so that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Get get an elimination crate. So in this season, they changed eliminations a bit. We talked about that before, but and now they come with crates. So that one, at least you don't have to like be the best player on your team. There's as long as
Yeah.
your team wins, I think you get an elimination crate. I think as long as you're not, I think everyone gets one. I'm not 100% sure because I
On the
got
winning
one.
team, I believe so.
Yeah,
That this is one thing that they haven't clarified yet.
yeah,
I'm hoping at some point, fingers crossed, they're going to come out with a blog post, kind of what they did with the shootout rewards, where
yeah.
it's like this is what happens. But yeah, I think everyone on the winning team actually gets an elimination
I
crate.
think so because I know I got one fairly quickly as soon as I played elimination
Yeah,
because I was on a winning team. So um, donate at least 10,000 food. So if you're donating food every week, that one can be pretty quick, and especially people have been playing for a while. Like I get my 10,000 food right away. Now I'm at that point, so I
yeah,
donate my food. I get my rewards, and I don't donate my food for the next week right away. So easy.
yeah.
This is the one that I'm still working on. Become threat as a lone wolf, and I've come close. I've gotten like a bunch of 3 kill games as lone wolf.
Yeah.
But what could be tough with that one is, even though you're set to lone wolf, if there's no teams, like, you could get shunted into a solos match, and then you're
Yeah.
no longer counted as lone wolf, right? So it can take quite a bit of grinding to try to get this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead.
I was fortunate for that one, because the one night I was trying to get that, it only took me 4 matches, and it
Mm,
was just kind of luck of the draw because I figured my best bet was to try to push like a loot POI. So we were on
yeah,
Diverg,
yeah.
and or I was on Diverg. I went to the lock container, which was on the actual bridge. So as I was running towards it, 2 people were there trying to unlock it. I got the duo, and then 2 people were fighting on the other side of the bridge, and then I was able to get 2 kills there.
Okay.
And then one more guy was underneath the bridge. I got him, but then I decided, okay, I could go loot the actual container. And as I was doing that, another duo came in, and I died to an actual grenade
Oh no.
trying to escape out of the
Yeah.
container. But hey, I died, but I still got threat as a lone wolf.
Yeah, as long as you
And
got it. I've
yeah,
I've come my best games so far for this have been on Victorson and Grantheim. And those 2 maps have been my most successful because like Broderlen is a really big map. And so
yeah,
trying to you get a team, if you can get a team, great, but then trying to find someone else can be pretty tough, right?
yeah.
Even if you're heading for some of these POIs. But Vic, I think my first game in Vic as a lone wolf, um, I had a phone duel, and I think that got me my phone duel one too. Win the phone
Mm,
duel, which is on the next page
yeah.
or next grouping. Um, I had a phone duel, and he was by the train, the station, and I circled around the station, and he was right around there, and he was moving back by the train tracks and the station. And I got to one point where I was around the back of the station, and I came across, and I made a highlight of this one. I came across and I saw someone underneath one of the train cars. Like, oh great, okay.
Mm,
I thought, well, it was either my dude or it was one of his partners. So I was able to like quickly get him, and then off to my left, um, I saw another guy and 2 other guys, and it's just like 1, 2. I got them both. I was like, oh, perfect. I was at 3, but then I just couldn't find the fourth,
uh,
and it was like I couldn't get a fourth. And then
yeah.
on Grotham, I had a really good one where I came across a pair up by not logistics, but the housing just down from logistics. After you
Oh, yeah.
run down the road a bit, I came across a pair there, and I was able to get both of them fairly quickly. And then I ran all the way down, and I think the drop had come, and I was running towards the drop, and that's heading towards the end of the block where the housing is before you cross the bridge.
Hmm.
And I just happened to a couple guys grabbed drops and they were running off, and I took some shots and I got one of them for my third. And then there was 2 other guys with drops, and I was chasing after them, but they were just a little too far ahead of me, and I just couldn't
Uh,
quite catch up. I
yeah,
even saw the
yeah,
last guy get into the exit in at the bottom by the yellow house
yeah.
on that side of the. I saw the last guy run into the exit, and it was like just too far for me to even try to take a shot. I was like, no.
So close.
Yeah, so I've had a few
Yeah.
times where I've been real close on that one, but
Yeah.
it's a
You,
tough one.
yeah, you definitely need like I find a bigger lobby to get that done. Just
Yeah,
because like battery, Grontheim, like they're
where it's
smaller
only eight
lobbies.
people. Yeah,
Yeah, it, it's it's a little tougher, I think. That's why I kind of went with the Verg, because it's a big enough lobby and really depending on the spawn point. So if you're down by Olaf's farm, there's quite a few spawn points there.
Yep.
But then if you're not there, then if you just head towards like the middle of the map,
center,
you usually get quite a bit of people, right? So.
Yeah, and with Diverg it's tough for me because I always want to loot, and Diverg is such a good loot map.
Yeah, I know.
But I like Vic.
Stop being tempted.
I know it's hard, but I really like Vic because Vic has a lot of good areas that are good to rush and get some fighting in. So that's one of my favorites for it. But then after becoming get thread as Lone Wolf is Beat the Arcade, which I just finally did for the first time like this week.
Really?
It took me forever. I don't play it very often.
Oh,
so
okay.
It took me a while to figure it out.
I love the arcade game. I don't play it enough, but like I've done it like quite a few times. I honestly I wish at some point they have like a stat saying how many times you won, or like keep the win count up. Because oh man, I love that. It's fun. But for me, like my tip is try to get rows of 3 going.
Oh sure, yeah.
Or runs of 3s, and when you're trying to block the AI, you want to try to use or block it by helping yourself out. So then in the end, they're chasing you instead of you're chasing them to block. So that's kind of like my tips.
Yeah. What I think worked for me was like you start out generally in the center, and I placed one there. But then I placed one in the far corner, not right in the corner, like one down from the corner.
Yeah.
And then I get a couple extra in the diagonal also while I'm blocking him. And so I had like 3 spaces with like four potentials. And then at one point you can just place one, and then you have 2 potentials to win, and he can only block you for one of them. So that's what worked for me for finally worked.
Yeah.
Okay, take us down the next row.
The next one is win a phone duel. So that's easy enough to like explain.
Yeah.
Take a picture of unicorns making love. So I had some bad intel on this one, and I was looking on Diverg for the longest time, and it was actually on. I guess we could say where it was, because by now everyone's probably got the bingo.
Yeah, by now it's someone's already won it, or enough people I'm sure have won it.
So at the guest house, there's 2 little unicorns, or the little wooden unicorns, and they're making love on one of the cabinets in the main room. So not the kitchen room, but the one on the opposite side of the wall.
Yeah.
And the worst part is when I went in and I saw it, 100%, I'm like, I've seen this 1,000 times, and I even remember at one point I said something about it, and I was just embarrassed because I should have known.
And well, you might think they're just horses. If you don't look close enough at them, you don't realize that they have a horn.
Yeah.
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 But that was a little embarrassing. But anyways, next one, get level 7 in the battle pass, which is pretty easy. I think I did that the first night. Really, like the first levels are very easy to.
They go really quick.
Bump up. So the first night I think pretty much everyone did it. Find all the lighters.
So that one can be tough if you haven't found all the lighters yet, because that with the lighters it's a crapshoot if you get the one you want.
Especially the special issue ones, like
so if you're a newer player, that one's almost impossible to get quickly. But if you've been someone who's playing for a long time, like I think on both on Xbox and on PlayStation, I have all the lighters on both. So and that one's PlayStation has been since December, and then I've been playing on Xbox since last June.
Well, for a full season though, PlayStation wasn't on Fist, right?
Fist,
because
there was a season where there was no Fisk. Yeah.
So, PlayStation might have been at a little bit of a disadvantage if they weren't really looking for the lighters, but that could have been the last one that they needed, right? So
that one I think was the same for me. I think that was the last one I needed, and then Fist came back, and then I grinded Fist until I got it. Yeah.
And then the last one, which is I've never done until now, but it was fun doing it.
Yeah.
Get yourself killed by an airdrop.
Yeah.
So that one, literally wait till the airdrop comes
and make sure you're under it.
Yeah, and then just get crushed.
But then you have
And it
to
actually
like,
says,
yeah, you sometimes you have to hoof it as well.
yeah. Oh, I was there. I could have had a cup of coffee below it because
Oh,
I hit signals and no one was around. Um, I think there was only one other person left on the map or two, and they were like far away. So
right.
yeah, I was just there waiting, and
Well, that one,
it's very strange.
yeah, that one I did on Vic as well. And the first time I went for it, I was waiting for the plane, and the plane came, and I was looking to see where it's dropping, and I don't know, I didn't run quick enough. I didn't like leave right away for some reason, and so I got there too late. Um,
Mm,
but then the second time, I just made it to the drop as it hit, and it got me.
yeah, it is funny because like I said, it's never happened to me. I've never done it by accident. I've never tried it, and I remember when I first started playing Vigor and catching the streams, and I think it was War Dog. So I was watching War Dog play, and I was just like, "Hey, I'm curious." I'm like, "Can you die by the airdrop?" He's like, "Yeah, you can." And then he literally did it that game, got crushed by the airdrop, and that was the first time I saw it happen. I and he did it on purpose, but I there's been a few times where I've seen streamers die by accident, but because they weren't paying attention, or
Yeah.
literally they're there and the drop lands right next to them, and yeah,
Well, I
it's
was
kind of fun.
watching. Was it Lonnie? I think there's a clip of it where she's running. She's playing with Mod Vlog, and she's running towards
Oh
Mod
yeah,
Vlog, and not doesn't even realize that the drop is coming down right above her, and she's running along, and then splat,
yeah.
and then
I think I
Mod
saw that
loses
clip
it.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a pretty good one.
Um.
The next row,
Yeah.
donate at least 5,000 food. So again, if you can do the 10,000, you can do the 5,000. So that's an easy one.
Yeah.
Be first in elimination. That one was tough, and I just did that one today, and I counted it because my team won and I was first in my team. So I said, yeah, I'm first in elimination. I think there was one guy who might have had more kills than me, who might have had a
Yeah.
higher score, but he was in the other team. So
Okay.
I don't know. I'm counting it. Don't know.
So I actually had that same situation. So I came in first, but I was on the losing team. But then
Oh,
I won I won the next game. I my team won and I got in first. So
you're covered
either
either
way,
way.
I'm covered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm only first one way, so I don't know if it counts. We'll see. Well, not that we'll see. It's not like I can win.
Yeah.
Take a picture in a barrel. This one, I knew I'd seen it done on Fisk before. Someone jumping in a barrel, and and at the time, um, it, the person was stuck in the barrel. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to take minimal stuff with me. I'm going to get to that barrel, I'll take my picture, and then I'll probably die because I can't get out of the barrel. But they fixed that, so I got in the
Hmm.
barrel. But then I was able to get out. I was like, oh, I can get out. I better
Yeah.
do more, loot some stuff.
Naked run.
Well, I wasn't quite naked, but I was. I didn't have anything fancy. I had an AKM, some ammo, and maybe a heal. I don't remember if I had any heals. It was just, but it was minimal.
Yeah.
Wear the anniversary week bag. So again, one that you couldn't do until season 9, and find all the trolls. So another one where you found all the collectibles. And that's an easy one to show. Just show that you have all the trolls on the screen or in your shelter area where it shows all the trolls, whatever.
Yeah. I went and
And
took a
then
picture in my shelter where all the trails were to
oh,
do that.
okay. I should
But
have done that. I just took a picture of the screen that shows all the trolls on it. Yeah.
yeah.
And the last row.
So first one is unlocked an exit. So pretty easy to do.
Yeah, but that's a
Um,
little tough to take a picture of because um, either like you're triggering
it's
the unlocking of the exit, or but there's nothing indicating to say that you've unlocked the exits. Like at the end screen, there's nothing saying you unlocked an
no,
exit.
no, but it does once you do it.
Yeah,
Once you unlock it, it says you unlock the exit. So that's what I took the screenshot of.
yeah, and I think I did too, but it was you had to be quick to get it.
Yeah. Or take a clip of it, an
Yes.
Xbox clip.
Yeah. To get a clip of it. Yeah.
um, next one, which was this is literally the last one, and I didn't think I would have such a hard problem, was get yourself killed by bees.
Yeah.
Now, the issue why I had issues with it is because I did it on my last stream this past week, and I just didn't have optimal maps for it because I had my only map that I could try it on was Victorson Station, and Victorson Station has a single beehive on
Oh,
it.
in like one of the houses? No,
Yeah,
in a house?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
so literally, and it was funny because I so I was going in basically with a pistol because I'm like I don't want to die with good stuff on me. I'm like I'm literally just like sacrificing myself for this challenge, which was fun, but I'm like go straight there, and it's like come on bees get me. And sorry, I brought in some contact bombs, so I
Yeah.
bring in contact bombs, get my HP pretty low, red bar, and then I'm waiting for the bees, and the bees they're not consistent, right? It's not like 1 HP every like 5 seconds or whatever it is, or
Yeah.
it's like 3/4 of a minute HP. So it's like I died to radiation twice. Once someone hit signals, which was just by the guest house, and literally came right for me and shot me. So then the minute that happened, I'm like, I'm bringing some jammers in. So I brought some jammers, put them
Yeah.
down. But this is when I found out jammers actually have an expiry time on it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I put down a jammer on,
Yeah.
or next to on the next encounter, and not. I didn't time it. I forgot. I wanted to go back to the VOD so I could kind of like give an exact time, but nothing happened. I didn't touch it. No one ran into it or anything, and it it just died. You heard it go
Oh.
crash. You know when you like knock it
Yeah.
over or like press X, that
Yep.
sound happened and it was gone. So
Oh.
after that, I started bringing like a full stack of 4 just in case. Uh,
Oh, I
and
didn't have
it
as
was
hard a
funny.
time. Yeah.
It was funny too because I'll do stream queuing, right?
Yep.
Like I'll tell people in chat like this is when we're going. Someone queued in and actually like made friends with me, like unknowing, and actually protected me. So
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
do anything. I didn't shoot at anyone.
Yeah.
Some people were coming around, and I hear a gunfight, and the guy would come back, check on me, and then someone else came by and He went to them, and so it was fun. And then
That's
the
funny.
very last game of that stream that night, we had Grantham Valley. That was so easy peasy.
Yeah.
Contact bombs. I still did the jammers. Went to the bee farm. Boom, done.
Uh,
And
I tried. It took me 2 tries, so I was lucky. The first try was on Grantheim, and I yeeted myself off the, by the the bee house, whatever, off the tower there a couple times,
yep,
and I got my health down low, but not low enough, and so I ran over to the bees, and I think it was a little too late in the match to even start trying,
yeah,
and the bees were doing their thing, but it was slow. The bees are really slow, even if you have a lot of bees around you. And
yep,
then the radiation came in, and yeah, the radiation killed me. I was really close, but the radiation killed me before the bees could.
yep,
And my second try was on Brodelin, and that was today. And I started real close to the blue Kafe Lise. So that's the one that's across the river. Um, and, sometimes has a locked container over by it sometimes, and sometimes a few different things can spawn there, but nothing spawned there. So it was just whatever was in the house. So I decided, okay, I'm going for it. I looted the house first, and I was really lucky because the house had like a locked box in it. It had some decent loot in it. But then I climbed onto the roof because you can go through the window to get on the
yeah.
little roof, and then I hopped onto the big roof, and I yeeted myself off. I took a running jump and yeeted myself off the roof, and I was like down to like a red sliver. Like it wasn't a little bit more than a sliver, but it was a really good fraction. And so, but then it still took me the rest of the match. Like I ran over to the
Yeah.
bees, and some of the bees were active, some weren't, and I was running between the different hives trying to find different bees. And the signals was over at that house, um, which is across the road. So you got the bridge, and then there's
Yeah.
that red house that has the signal sometimes across.
Oh, the other Cafe Lise.
No, no, the other cafe. No, that's the other red house. I'm talking about the bridge, the big car bridge.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
that
okay.
red
Yeah,
house
yeah.
at the end of that bridge that has it. And then the
Oh, yeah.
hotel's right there and everything.
Okay, yeah.
So the signals was there, and it would go off, and I always wonder, oh, is someone come looking for me? But Eventually, someone was coming. They came across the river and they didn't see me. I was hiding behind a beehive, and so as soon as he got close to me, I popped up and killed him. You know, it was a little. I felt a little bit bad, but I didn't want to messing
Yeah.
with my bees.
Yeah.
But it still took until radiation started coming in before the last, and I was like a sliver of a health. And it's, I don't know, I thought, okay, one or two bees. It was like 5 or 6 bees that finally took it, but they
Yeah.
finally killed me.
Yeah.
But then, even then, um, it just says you died to the environment. It doesn't actually say you
Yeah.
died to bees. So I took a couple screenshots. One dead right by a beehive, and one saying that I died to the environment. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but
And
that would
it's funny because I was trying to provoke the bees too at one point, right? So I'm like shooting the beehive. I'm like trying to like melee it. It's like, come on, get
yeah.
angry bees. It doesn't entice them.
But for
Um,
this one and for getting killed by the airdrop, I bought insurance for myself on both of those
oh
because that I figured I'm gonna loot and then, or you know, if I can get some stuff, great. But then at least
yeah.
when I die, I'll have whatever I had. So
But
uh,
so it's
yeah,
funny. The one about the airdrop. The funny thing is, I actually got, I think, 2 kills, and I had full loot, and I wasn't planning on doing it.
yeah,
And then I was just like, you know what? Let's get this over with. I go die to the airdrop, and actually there was someone near, but not like close where I was in danger. Like I had
yeah.
plenty of time to just do it. And the guy went. My death box was actually on top of the airdrop. And then he looted that and then the airdrop and
Oh
then left.
man, yeah,
So it's like, hey, Merry Christmas.
yeah. No kidding. Like Santa.
So then, speaking of the airdrop, so the next one was retrieve an airdrop, easy enough.
Yeah,
5 gold shooting range challenges. I think I've had this done for a while.
same.
I think I don't know about you, Doc, but for me, um, I think it was the M1911. I think I have
Yeah,
5 gold.
no, I think
It's
I
either
have
that
five
or the
golds on that
M.
one too. I have a
Yeah, it's either
few where I have
yeah.
golds.
So it's I took a screenshot of that one instead of like the various ones.
Yeah,
Um, and then the last one was it's kind of easy enough if you go to like the lock container or something like that because you could actually get the grenades.
yeah.
But have 2 grenades in your shelter.
Yeah,
So
and that one again, it's either you get to level 15 and you get the grenades that way. And I think that might have been how I got the grenades. I don't remember, or I might have gotten grenades off of somebody. I don't remember, but
yeah,
I had a couple, so I at least had a couple. But the way to show it, because if you even if you only have one grenade, when you go to where the grenades are stored in the armory, it shows a few grenades in there. So I don't know if that really counts. But I made sure to have 2 grenades in my loadout, and then I went to my bench, and on my bench it shows you have a couple
okay.
grenades. I guess I could show my loadout too, but
Yeah, I went to the consumable screen and I just went showed my count
yeah.
that way.
See, I
So
wanted to show. I just wanted to show that I had. I don't know why I thought I wanted to show on my shelter that I had the grenades, so I had them in
yeah,
my thing, and I showed a couple grenades on the bench. Uh,
it works.
It works, yeah. So that's the bingo ones, and so the bingo ones, like I said, a lot of them are really simple. If you've been playing for any amount of time, you'll have quite a few done already. But it's just having the screenshots of them, so making all the different screenshots. But it's a fun way to break it up because you know you get your daily challenges, but then having something like this to work
Yeah,
on just adds in something new to it. Yeah.
yeah,
But
it was a
then
lot of fun.
it was. Yeah, it totally is. I'm still going to try to get the threat as a lone wolf. I'd like to get this done before the month's over, so I still
Yeah.
have a few days left to go.
I felt bad because I had some new people pop into my stream while I'm literally laying around the beehive and trying to get that challenge done for like
Yeah.
whatever, half an hour, 45 minutes or more. I don't, and they're like, what am I watching? I'm like, I'm trying to do the
Sorry.
bigger bingo.
Yeah, I'm
I
doing
swear to
bigger
God, I
bingo.
don't, yeah, I don't do this all the time. So,
Yeah. But then there's the partners ones, and we won't go into
yeah,
huge detail on this one because it's a huge list. There was like
yeah,
31. So the partners got a very similar list, but it wasn't a bingo. It was like there's 31 different things. Whoever gets the most gets something.
yeah.
Do you know what their reward was? Did they ever mention?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay, that's okay.
No.
And if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
But is there the Vigor's anniversary tournament? 31 different things, and at the very bottom of it says no team killing, which,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess if you went in like duos or trios, yeah. But yeah, we'll do these 31, so we'll do these 5 at a time, each of us. I'll start. Complete a shootout match without dying. So can you imagine trying to do shootout and not die? You'd
Yeah.
have either you're really good or you're really good at hiding. Um,
Yeah.
get a kill using a booby trap. Tough, but not bad. Get a kill with a puko, which is the weeniest of the knives.
Yep.
Kill everyone in the enemy team in elimination. So that unless you lucked out and got a really small enemy team, that'd be a tough one. Kill 2 players with 1 grenade. And I've thrown a few grenades so far this season. And I don't think I've even hurt anybody yet with a grenade. I don't know, let alone kill anyone. But
Yeah.
that's the first 5. Yeah.
Number 6, kill someone with the lock container bombardment. So shoot the locks, right,
Yeah.
and get the mortar strikes come down. Number 7, exit an encounter with an inventory full of fuel. So that they'd probably want to focus on the Verg.
It'd be Diverg, and you'd be like getting every bit of fuel you can. You'd have to boost the lobby a bit too, I think.
Yeah.
Because without boosting the lobby, you can get a lot of fuel, but I don't think you can get that much fuel.
Yeah, exactly. Number 8, become a threat 5 times as a lone wolf. Number 9, become a threat in an encounter starting with an enemy loadout.
No, empty.
Oh, with an empty loadout. Sorry.
An enemy loadout. Yeah.
That's not bad. That's actually a good one.
Though actually, think about enemy loadout. That could work. Like you play a game, you kill somebody, take his loadout, then go into a new game with his loadout.
Yeah.
That could be that might be a challenge.
That'd be cool. It's like almost like a snowball challenge, right? Where it's like
Yeah.
you go into an encounter with like say like a pistol, and then you could bring in whatever you got from that last encounter.
Yeah.
And then you just keep going.
Yeah. Almost.
Number 10, get gold in all 5 shooting range challenges for the PKM.
Yeah, and I don't know. I haven't I've done the PKM, but I don't remember how hard it was. I haven't tried it.
I don't like the PKM. The recoil it's not for me.
But that's when we want to be lying down. You have to lie down for sure with it.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure if it was Fox I was watching. I'm not sure if that was the one he did, but he laid down. But you know how they have that mattress where you can lay down.
Yeah.
He actually got up onto the barricade just before you go into the shootout.
Oh yeah.
And lay down there, and that's where he was doing it. I didn't even know you could do that because it didn't stop the counter either. Because as soon as you cross the barricade, it stops the counter. So.
Yep.
Number 11, unlock all the locked exits in one encounter, and they say at Battery, Drog, or Snowdeck, but Snowdeck doesn't have locked exits, so it would have to be Drog. So that's probably a little bit of a typo. Someone figured out they were the same and not realizing. Number 12.
I like that one.
It's a cool one. You have to run around, and each one needs something different too. So you have to make sure you have a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yep.
Unlock. Oh no! Kill someone in the murder cabin in Grandtime Valley, which is the one that ties in with the regular one.
Yeah, we're bait.
Yeah, get all those baits in there. 13. Form the letter V with fake glints. I never saw anyone do this, but I'm curious if there's any videos out there.
Dizzy and War Dog did it.
Did they?
I don't remember. I don't remember whose stream it was, but they were running duos, and they both did it at the same time.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, I like to see how it looks, with the flashes going off.
Well, Dizzy made it like very close.
Oh.
You could actually see it all in one screen, but then War Dog kind of spread it out a bit more, so you kind of had to like back up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I would think you'd spread it out so you could see the glints going off in a V.
Yeah.
Okay. 14. Find the buried cache 20 times. So. That's just a grind, like grinding matches until you find them. And again, 15, get 5 kills with the PM pistol. So,
which is tough.
Yeah, is it the PM the worst pistol? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
is.
I think the Luger's better than the PM. Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, number 16. Get a random Outlander to wave at you.
Which that one's
That's
actually not that hard. Yeah.
yeah. Actually, so again, going back to that stream with War Dog and Dizzy, they actually had 2 or 3 duos actually all waving and following them, and it was funny. And then I think at the end, someone turned on them
Yeah,
or
one of
something
them
like
went
that.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like that was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, making a friend is to get someone to wave to you actually isn't that bad.
Isn't that hard?
Um,
Yeah.
17, deconstruct 50 armor plates. That, oh my God, that is sad.
That is.
Oh my God, that's an expensive challenge right there.
Yep.
Um, set the airdrop to be radioactive and exit with it.
Not the worst. No.
Yeah, it's doable, especially if you find the red airdrop,
Yeah, it doesn't say
the
have to be
red airdrop
from.
plate, right?
It doesn't have to be from a
So
plane. Yeah.
so that would work. Um, 19, set 5 special issue crates or get 5 special issue crates from the airdrop. So there, it's an incentive to boost
Boost to
the
double
lobbies.
gold. Is there double
So
gold?
there is, yeah,
Okay. Though you well, because I
yeah. But
thought that went to I think it went to gold gold purple. I don't know if it went. Was I was
if
wondering if
you're
they got rid of the double gold, but maybe not.
if you're in duos and trios, I think it goes above that where you could actually get 3
Oh,
crates,
okay. I didn't realize
I
that.
think.
Okay.
But like that, you're talking about like you're boosting it, and then like you're
Hmm.
getting multiple boosts from a bunch of
Other
people.
people, yeah.
So yeah, that one could be tough, but like at least them, like a partner, it's themselves, they could boost it 3 times and get it to military grade. So then they'd only need to boost it one more time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, number 20, unlocked the time safe with a random Outlander.
But
So
again,
teamwork. Yeah.
teamwork, yeah. Like maybe getting someone to wave at you is not too hard, but getting well,
Yeah.
if you get someone friendly, it's possible for sure.
Hmm.
21 die from bee stings, so the same thing that we had. So nothing really different there. They didn't say like a number of times or anything.
Yeah.
22 get a kill while freezing in water. That one was kind of fun. I watched uh Fox try to get that one where he'd like try to lure someone in and then jump in the water and hope to get to freezing before he tried to
Yeah.
kill them. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I saw Macro get that.
Mm,
But like there's quite a few spots because like Anakin water's freezing. It's pretty
yeah.
wide open. The Verg
Vic.
would be the other one. Vic.
Vic has some water you can get into and it'll be freezing. I
Yeah.
think in the middle of the lake, there
Yeah.
might be some of the, oh no, it might be some other. But yeah. Um, where was I? 23 kill an outlander by wall banging, so shooting them through the wall. 24 jump off the suspension bridge. Bonus point if you survive. And I hadn't seen anyone survive, but you were saying that there's potentially ways by jumping and then sort of hitting the ladder or something as you go
Yeah.
down, and then landing on the house.
Yeah.
There's
There's
a
like a
house
red
there.
house,
Yeah,
and apparently you can do it.
yeah, that'd be a tough one. And it doesn't say here, but I think at some point they said try to be as close to the center as possible. I think is one of the things. You couldn't do it from the ends, so you just couldn't. You couldn't
Yeah.
just jump a little bit. You had to like jump
Yeah.
from a good distance.
Yeah.
And 25 get a triple kill without letting go of the trigger. So it's like having a big clip and just being lucky.
M249.
Yeah, 249 or like an M60 or one of those ones with the big clips. Yeah. Even well, yeah, that's 200 rounds. But if you're really lucky and you had a Sami or a PP, you
Yeah.
might be able to do it. But you'd have to
Yeah.
have your 3 guys real close to each other.
Oh yeah. 26. Make a postcard make a postcard with your Outlander wearing the anniversary uniform in your favorite place in the Outlands. Oh, okay. So take a screenshot
Yeah, and make it,
of
but it
something.
says make a
Oh, okay.
postcard, so you'd have to make it
Okay.
into a postcard, which
Yeah.
isn't, it's a little bit of Photoshop or paint or whatever.
Yeah.
Could have.
Well, pretty much like they put out these tweets all the time. They did one earlier today
Yeah.
where they asked for your favorite screenshot of whatever map, right? So kind of the same idea, I guess.
Yeah.
27, become a threat by using the crossbow only.
Yeah.
So this one's tough. I want to say Macro's done it,
I think Fox has done it too.
and I think
I saw him
Fox,
trying to do it.
yeah, I
And
think
he was getting
Fox
pretty
did
good
it too.
with that crossbow. So
Yeah, I think those are the two. Now Macro did it, I think 2 seasons ago, maybe a bit longer, but I thought Fox had done it beforehand too. So
yeah, well,
I'm
he
not
might
100%.
have, but then you'd have to get
Yeah,
proof of it too. So
yeah. These had to be done this season, right? They had
yeah.
2 weeks to do it. So um, yeah, this should be done actually by the time this gets released, I think.
Oh, probably.
Pretty
Yeah.
close. Next is 360 no scope kill.
That one is a little, and then they were really taking liberties with that one, like doing a really slow 360 and then shooting
Yeah,
someone.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's like finding
um,
somebody who doesn't know you're there, do the
yeah,
360 so you can shoot them, just get the surprise
yeah.
kill on them.
And again, no team killing.
No team killing, exactly.
um, uh, get a kill by throwing a grenade off the suspension bridge on Broadland bridges.
Hmm.
Which honestly, if the lock container is below it, it might be actually pretty easy to do.
Might be doable, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
hopefully someone did it. Well, yeah.
yeah. Win every round of elimination by capturing the flag. That's kind of tough.
Really
I thought
tough.
I saw Orchid Spark actually get that one
Oh,
done.
did it? Really? Nice.
Yeah, because I think she posted a picture on her Instagram showing it. So she actually had, I think, a full squad though
Yeah.
to help.
Well,
So
sure.
and
You'd want to have people in your squad to make it, because you don't
yeah,
want everyone to wipe the other people out. You need to keep them away from you so you can capture the
exactly.
flag. Yeah.
And then the last one, wipe the lobby. Number 31. Sorry, Doc, I took the extra one, but wipe the lobby
No
is
problem.
the last one.
Yeah. Um,
So
and again, like when it says wipe the lobby, does that mean you have to kill everybody in the lobby? Yeah. So you want a small map for that one, and you just gotta hope that you get to
yeah,
everybody before someone else does.
yeah,
So like one of the batteries or
yeah,
sawmill or yeah, one of the smaller ones. Yeah, but that's the Vigor Partners list. So we'll put that up as well. And I don't think there's really a link to that one because it's sort of it was something that was just sent to them. But um,
yeah,
we'll put it up in our. I'll put a screenshot up of it as we're talking about it, so you'll have seen this what we saw.
yeah.
But it was neat. These little challenges were kind of cool. I almost, those partner ones are kind of,
Yeah,
some of those are pretty rough. And
yeah.
but that's why they're the partners. They get the goods.
But not just that. Like, so like even with the bingo card and this, like you said, it's different. And honestly, it
Yeah,
didn't matter if like I was doing the B stuff or like we're watching partners try to do some of these things. Like, it made for great content, right?
it
Like
did.
when I'm watching like a streamer like on Vigor or anything, it like honestly, I don't care if like they wipe the lobby all the time. If they're going to do like funny stuff
Hmm.
or if we're laughing, it's like, hey, it's great content. I love it.
Yeah,
So
it keeps the game fresh, and it's not
yeah,
just all the same. I'm just running out here to kill as many people as possible. Yeah.
hmm,
No, it was fun, and I had fun doing it. And I hope hopefully they come up with more stuff like this that's not necessarily tied to an anniversary. Not it
yeah.
doesn't They don't have to do something like this every season, but maybe around Christmas, maybe they'll do something. It'd be kind of cool if they came
Yeah.
up with something, you know,
Mm,
comparable. Maybe not to the same level, but
I'm trying to think. We're we're getting close. So the next season is going to drop close to Halloween. So
ooh,
maybe we're going to get a Halloween event because we didn't get one last year,
was there
and I
one
don't
before?
know.
Have they ever done a Halloween event?
I honestly don't know.
Okay,
That was before my time.
yeah,
So who knows?
maybe
Maybe there will be a kind of like a Halloweenish thing.
that would
Because
be cool.
Halloween, I don't know if people know this, but your box of plants in your shelter,
They make
if you
pumpkins.
let it go full, it's pumpkins.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I've done that a few times. I was curious because I was like, what do these make? Because I
yeah,
always clear it before it is. So
yeah.
I make enough food as it is. I don't mind if I lose some food. So I let it go, and it's like, oh, pumpkins.
Yeah, it's pumpkins.
Pumpkins.
So
It'd be cool if they had some Halloween decorations around the shelter, like they do with Christmas, right?
oh yeah.
They give you like a month of Christmas stuff and Santa dropping things. Oh, like Jack Skellington. Well, that would be like licensing. You couldn't do Jack Skellington, but
Yeah,
um, some kind of something other than Santa dropping, you know, dropping the airdrop or
yeah,
something would be kind of cool.
yeah.
But that's a
It
lot
was
of,
funny on the dev stream. I saw someone in chat kind of like trolling, but they're like, "Can we shoot Santa out of the sky this year when he comes?" It's like, ah, it'd be kind of funny though. It's like you shoot Santa or whatever, and it's like instead of where the drop zone is, it's like it lands wherever it is.
yeah. Or the plane. If we could do that with the
Yeah, or
plane.
the plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Imagine if you did that with the plane and then the next game you went in, there was no plane. Like, oh.
yeah,
We shut the plane down.
some Outlander killed the other guy, the
Yeah.
delivery driver. So now
Now they're not
nowhere
doing
else.
airdrops anymore.
Yeah.
No.
You're like, oh no, I boosted it to special issue.
Oh man, yeah. Like you shoot it out early and then it crashes to the ground and there's nothing in it because
Yeah.
it wrecked. It did the chute didn't go off because it wasn't set up yet.
It's like the booby trap, right? It destroys all the consumables inside of it.
It destroyed all the crates inside of it because you shot it down.
Yeah.
Interesting. That might be something. But then trying to shoot that plane or Santa, whatever,
Yeah.
that's pretty good distance. I don't think anything we have would you need a rocket launcher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, that's the anniversary. So that's our anniversary episode. Um, it was fun. It was a fun week and a half, couple weeks. Um, with all the different challenges, watching the partners try to do them. Uh, Definitely, it was definitely worth it, and I look forward to what they do next year. You know,
Yep.
year three. That'd be something special.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks for listening. That'd be a good place to stop. This did go quite a long time. So longer than I always think these
And
things. I always think
and
it's not going to take that long, and then
and
an
you
hour and a
were
half.
worried.
Yeah, I was
Come on,
worried.
Doc.
We might have to pad this out. No. Yeah, but again, thanks for listening. Please like, share, subscribe. We appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening to us on a podcast, welcome. Thank you for listening. It's great. We'd love to have you. Please comment. If you have anything you'd like to say, let us know in the comments on the YouTube link.
Yep.
We read them all and try to respond to them all as well. So we do appreciate it. We like the engagement. And if you have any thoughts about the anniversary stuff that they did, let us know. Was there something you didn't like about the anniversary, or did you really like something about the anniversary that you wish they would do more of? It'd be kind of cool to hear about it. But again, until next time, I've been Dr. Anton.
And I'm DJ Spencer.
And we'll see you next time in the Outlands. Good night.
I've heard you say you lost your way again. You don't see your reflection. Just look around and find at least something good. All you need will come to you. I'll never end you still. Take whatever you want, so just get a hold. your chance and flame up your